The revolution will not be funded. Beyond the Nonprofit Industrial Complex. Edited by INCITE, Women of Color Against Violence. Narrated by Adenrele Ojo. Copyrighted by INCITE. This audiobook was recorded by arrangement with Duke University Press and was produced in the year 2024 by Echo Point Books and Media, LLC, which holds the copyright thereto. Preface. Andrea Smith. Before the publication of The Revolution Will Not Be Funded, Beyond the Nonprofit Industrial Complex, critiques of the nonprofit system had been circulating for years. Yet, there seemed to be little thought that we would engage in a social justice organizing system outside the nonprofit system. This was particularly true in the anti-violence movement where, as Beth Ritchie notes in her volume, Arrested Justice, the anti-violence movement has ceased to be a movement and has become a network of primarily state-funded agencies. INCITE organized in 2000 in response to state co-optation of the anti-violence movement. As part of its statement of principles, it declared that it would not take funding from state agencies. As the anti-violence movement's imbrication with the state had led this movement to be invested in the criminal justice system and its attendant prison industrial complex, INCITE was clear that there needed to be an anti-violence movement that was not invested in carceral feminism and was independent of state funding. Given the strong critique that INCITE had of state funding, it is significant that it had no significant critique of foundation funding. Of course, we would gripe with social justice organizers at conferences about the problems with foundations and grant writing. But we did seem to take foundation funding for granted as a necessary evil. On a trip to India, funded ironically by the Ford Foundation, we had our consciousness raised about the nonprofit system. We met with unfunded organizations that asked us why we thought the system was going to fund any real systemic change. We saw organizations that had access to much fewer resources than did we. And yet, this did not stop us from doing amazing organizing. As we began to be more connected to mass movements globally and questioned by participants.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?